Welcome back, folks. Summertime is here, restrictions are lifting, we're getting closer and closer to the old reality, and we've got a cracking show lined up for you this evening. First up tonight, it's Chris Rush. He's an Irish horror author who hails from Arklow in County Wicklow. He's also a lead investigator with Paranormal Researchers Ireland. Take it away, Chris. So Chris, you've written a lot of books at this stage of your career. Tell us, which one means the most to you? What's your favourite?
I'm absolutely very, very thankful for everyone that has worked with me, even yourself, helped me get my name out here today. I love all my books. I think they all have a special place for at the time they were written. But if I had to pick one as well, it would be The Legend of Loftus Hall, because it's such a famous story, not only in Ireland, but internationally as well. And I was very, very thankful to Aidan, one of the owners of the building. He contracted me to write the story. Now, granted, it's based on the legend in kind of nowadays language and how the hall is today. But I am very proud of what I did with it. And once I'm kind of happy with it, that kind of makes sense. But when I sent it to him to read, I was praying he loved it, because if he said no, that would absolutely have dashed me straight away. But listen, long story short, he enjoyed it as well. He thought it was fit for what he was looking for, and we got it published. But that's kind of a special thing in my heart, is The Legend of Loftus Hall. A little bit biased because I've been down there so much, but yeah, it's something that my name will always be associated with, and I'm very thankful for that as well.
What are you working on at the moment, Chris?
I'm working on my next one at the moment. I actually done a bit on it today. Within their Screams, it's called. It's a different story somewhat in relation to, it deals with an individual who can't feel pain. He was born with a condition where he can't feel pain, and he gets obsessed with that feeling. Well, I shouldn't say feeling, because he can't feel it, but he gets obsessed with that, and he begins to experience it through other people by torturing them and stuff like that. So again, it is a real condition. I just want to write something going back to Michael Myers and Jason and all that kind of stuff. They're supernaturally unhurtable, if that makes sense. So I want to kind of ground it in everyday life, which it is a real condition. And I just made it horror, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. And t-shirts, as you can probably tell, I love putting t-shirts out there now. I'm a huge metalhead, so huge horror fan, and I just want to blend the two. So yeah, things are going good, man. Appreciate it. And that's what's next, is just keep on going, keep doing what I'm doing.
And now we have an exclusive excerpt from Chris's new book, Within Their Screams. If you scream needlessly for help, I'll smash your teeth and pull what's left of them from your mouth with this, Darren said, holding the cold steel in front of her petrified face. Don't be confused. You can wail and wail, but I don't want you to waste your energy on something that isn't coming. What was the last t-shirt that you bought, Chris?
I fucking love that question. And would you believe I'm actually wearing one of the last t-shirts I bought? It was actually every gig I go to, I have to buy a band t-shirt, and the last gig I was at was the Bay Area Strikes Back, which was a thrash metal concert. It was The Angel, Exodus and Testament. So it was the last 3 t-shirts I bought, and what made me buy it is just love the genre, love that music.
Who's your favourite horror movie icon?
If I had to put the hammer on top of the nail, so to speak, I'd pick Michael Myers.
Die. Son of a bitch!
The reason for that is because Halloween can actually happen. Someone can just snap and just go on a killing spree, and that's why I always kind of go with Michael Myers. I know later on in the franchise it became supernatural and stuff like that, but it's always him. I always kind of pick him for that reason. It can actually happen, yeah.
Now tell me, Aldi or Lidl, which one do you prefer and why?
When I was in college, it was always Aldi for some reason. I always went to Aldi. And not to be, well, maybe I should, but I fucking love Aldi cookies. There's an Aldi cookie with chocolate on top, and be Lord Jesus. again, not promoting the hell out of Aldi, but if they ever stop making them, I'll probably faint or something because they're absolutely delicious. I fucking love them. So Aldi all the way.
And now, a message from our sponsor.
Hey everyone, just a quick word to announce the new sponsor for our show, That's That Folks. The new sponsor is going to be an Irish crypto coin called the Potato Coin, and it's going to be available from a new app called Finance. Chris, you're also one of the lead investigators for Paranormal Researchers Ireland. Tell us, what was one of the most freakiest things that you encountered during your time in this role?
I suppose the thing that kind of stands out, it's not really free. I suppose it's the question mark event really that had me kind of wondering. I'm going to try to keep it as short as I can. We're in Loftus Hall one night. It was a private event. We were all walkie-talkied and earpieced up like I am today, so I can only hear you as you're talking to me right now. Nothing really was happening in the hall at that very moment in time, and if anything did come through the radio, I should have only heard it, and the rest of the team should have only heard it. Out of nowhere, this voice just said "attention," and it came through the speaker rather than the actual earpiece itself, which I thought was very, very strange. So I radioed to the rest of the guys going, "Did you hear or see or experience anything weird?" But I think it was Billy that was in the tapestry room radio back, and he said no, but we're after hearing the same thing. And then the owner of the building, who was out of reception, just obviously for safety reasons and stuff like that, he heard the very same thing as well. Now you could argue the fact, was it a boat going, because it's obviously on the sea down there, was it a boat going by and it interfered with our radios or a taxi or something? But again, who would be saying attention? You know, it's very official, kind of. But yeah, that's kind of one of the things that stands out. That's a bit of a question mark for me, was the house trying to get our attention because we were ignoring it for that moment in time and just talking amongst ourselves. But yeah, I know it's nothing that people kind of expect jumping out of the dark at you or anything, but it's just one of those things that has always kind of stuck with me, that had that kind of question mark over it, you know what I mean?
Chris, if you had to be a turtle or a frog for the rest of your life, which one and why?
A turtle, because I want to be one of those turtles that gets dropped into that ooze and becomes a teenage mutant ninja turtle and just kick the crap out of bad guys. That'd be a life in its own. Absolutely crazy. I'd love it.
Here's his website. Go check him out, Chris Rush. Now, keeping with the theme, the spooky theme of today's show, we have a short piece here about what happens at night time on the That's That Folks set. Only variety straight out here from a dollhouse. Please like and subscribe and ring the little bell. Thanks, folks. Weapons hot, deflectors to pull. Coming up on the show today, we have.
Oh, they're tracking. Better get your tracking right, mate.
inspired by things like the sky and rivers. There's a latest song I made now, I call it The Boom Boom. And I was inspired one day when a car drove past me, and whoever was driving the car, he beat the horn, but then I heard a boom boom coming out of his music player. Called Boom Boom. So the song I made is called the Boom Boom song.
Get back in your hole, DJ Mole. Anyway, it's the end, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back again sometime soon with more chat and other stuff. Bye.